out of all of them. We've got Angel FM, Diabetes the Second, Brian Williams 42, and Tillo Tillo. And it looks like we are just about ready to get underway. To kind of fill y'all in, each week in this league has a different rule set. This week has a feature called Permanent Repel, which basically means if your defense is greater than an enemy's strength, you cannot encounter it. And so that can actually, sometimes it's a benefit where you can skip all the weak enemies, but other times it is not so much a benefit. So let's take a look here and see how things work out.
Yeah, so we're starting off with some very weak stats, no spells, not too much of use in the opening throne room. We got a silver harp for everybody, so that's nice to get one plot item out of the way, and a torch. So maybe they'll be able to use that torch to kill an enemy to get to level 2, because right now they're not doing a whole lot stat-wise.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you need. Like, a torch can be good enough to kill a ghost most of the time, or it could do most of the damage to, say, like a magician, and maybe you could finish it off. But it's going to require some finagling.
Yeah, hopefully the opening enemies don't have too many nasty abilities, although unfortunately one of the nice targets that you might be able to kill with these stats, a red slime, has both sleep and baby dragon breath. So that's one enemy you don't want to fight early on.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. I mean, Diabetes is throwing a torch at a Draki, so that means he's burned that and is going to have to try and, like, beat a red slime, which in theory should be easy, but I mean, if it has sleep, it could take a while.
Yeah, you're going to have to dodge a couple nasty abilities for that to work out, but fortunately it's a red slime, it doesn't have too many hit points, so maybe it's possible.
Yeah, you basically have to either, like, get a crit, or you have to dodge it twice because they have 3 HP. Although Tillo just got one, so it is possible.
There you go.
And so now he's sort of posing the interesting question. Yeah, he takes one attack, and he's like, no, I'm going to burn my torch. I'm going to try and get level 2 and see what happens.
Given the statistical start we got here, and what level 2 brought with 25 strength, I think that might be the right way to go here, because that's going to solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that could prove to be a huge difference, just getting that red slime, because Diabetes just tried to get one and got at least 1 or 2 damage onto it before he got fire breath to death. So you're talking about, like, possibly a multi-minute lead just coming from something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on how long it takes everybody to get to level 2, this might be a nice lead pace for Tillo Tillo.
And I think I figured out why, as his avatar is a red slime, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's totally on brand.
So, oh man, the Draki has fire breath as well. I didn't catch if it's DL2 or not. So far you've got red slimes with a wombo combo, you've got Drakis with fire breath, and scorpions with hurt more. It's almost time where you might want to, like, hop into one of the adjacent zones and see if you can find something like a ghost, who knows.
Yeah, there's always that zone 1 possibility of a blue slime or a ghost, or who knows, you wander far enough, maybe you'll find a metal slime.
Yeah, although there is the scared metal slimes flags. I think that's a default in this. I'm not positive, though. I'd have to ask Mr. Game Boy F9. Or you.
Well, you could ask me, but I'm not the expert that Game Boy F9 is, for sure.
Alright, so Diabetes got level 2, so that's right, nice on pace.
Tillo's in Breckenary, there's a flame sword and a large shield, and not too much else.
Yeah, well, I'm really interested to see how the runners are going to approach this start. Like, it's going to depend on what the spells are like mainly. That's what I find to be, like, kind of what determines how things go. Like, if I get hurt more, then I'm willing to buff up on defense to kind of skip those weaker enemies. But if we don't get many spells, I almost go the glass cannon route and try and just encounter as many weaker enemies and just try and take them out with my strong weapon. It's a kind of a double-edged play.
Yeah, there's a lot of risk and reward to doing that sort of thing. You're gonna face the smaller enemies that you can actually kill, but when you do face the larger enemies, they will hit you that much more.
Yeah, one of my favorite things of this is you see so much divergence just because there are so many alternative routes for this.
It looks like we've got Brian Williams doing a full reset here just to pick up the torch again, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out. Maybe he's trying to kill a Draki, and then I don't know. I'm not sure if he had any experience in the first place. Yeah, we got Tillo just about to hit level 4. We got level 3 for Diabetes. So they're well off and on their way.
16 more hit points at level 4, but not much else. Still got the same game plan.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably the best target would try and be to fish for those scorpions and see if you can dodge a hurt more, but who knows? Again, it depends on what their defense is.
We did see earlier Tilo use Stop Spell on Scorpions, because it seems like their hurt more percentage was fairly high, at least 50-50.
Yeah, that seems like an absolutely great decision. Like, Scorpions are pretty much the best value early game enemy. Like, they're 16 experience, and you would have other enemies like a Poltergeist or a Druid that are like 15 and 14 that have more health and more attacks. So, like, Scorpions are pretty much the sweet spot.
Unfortunately, the last 4 turns of Scorpion attacks for Tilo were actual attacks and not hurt more, so maybe the luck is swinging the other way. Maybe it was only 25% hurt more. It's tough to tell.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a quick refill, and you've got the health points, so you should be able to kill one, at least now. Alrighty, so, I mean, I'm just gonna take a quick glance at Angel, because I know Angel has seen the town of Breckenary. I'm not sure if he could do anything with that. He's walking in the plains, so maybe he's trying to encounter enemies in a different zone. I mean, Brian was kind of doing the same thing.
Well, it's interesting to see. There's still Scorpions there, so it's tough to tell just from that.
Yeah, it's almost like he was trying to fish for some combo of, like, I'm thinking, how could you kill a Scorpion? You'd have to crit it for maybe 4 or 5 damage and then use a torch for the rest of it. I mean, if you're desperate, you'll try anything.
Yeah, sometimes that's just what you have to do. That can be a viable game plan, potentially, just depending on the luck.
But yeah, he's even running from Drakis at this point, so I'm curious, what is he looking for? And it turns out it's just red slimes. And let's see how this goes. Okay, there we go. There we go. That'll get him off to the races.
Meanwhile, another level for Tilo. 10 more agility, so we're up to 11 defense power. That will change the calculus a little bit. Again, we have the permanent repel flag. So you have to keep an eye on this defense stat. Any enemy with strength less than or equal to your defense stat, you will not encounter.
So their agility is pretty low, so in turn their defense is low. So as you can see, they're still encountering Scorpions. So that would still be my target, as the next level's at 165. So you're only talking about 4.5 Scorpions per level. That doesn't take too long.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this early game when we don't have hurt more or a weapon or anything fun like that, you have to constantly be keeping in mind, alright, what is my game plan for getting to the next level? What can I kill that will give me, a reasonable number of experience towards my goal?
Yeah, and it's always a trade-off. Like, usually if there is an easy option for me to level, I will try and take it. But I mean, at some point you have to make the decision, when do you kind of break out here? Because, okay, you can break out and maybe you find something great, or you just run into an armored knight like Tilo did. And it's like, well, why didn't I just level? It's kind of you just kind of put some feelers out there, and see what you can do.
And Angel's plan works. He is now level 2, and with that huge power boost, should be able to get things rolling.
Yeah, and I guess now that they have a ton of hit points and heal more, these metal scorpions look pretty tasty. Oh, I think I know why Brian reset. I believe, like, I saw him do 2 damage to a red slime at level 1. I think he switched to agility MP build, so he got more strength. So I'm not sure if we need a reset on, like, the name.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of interesting strategies concerning name choice with this flag. Brian Williams now level 2 as a result of that full reset and name change.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a matter of, he probably knows that he's probably behind, so it's gonna be interesting to see if he is willing to kind of go more balls to the wall and take some risks to try and catch up. And I mean, he's probably thinking, hey, I wish I got that excellent move on a Draki like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, look at this. So now, level 6, it looks like, provides Hurt More. So now we're off to the races. Diabetes just killed a green dragon for more experience than our left side competitors combined.
Yeah, and with this HP and sufficient MP, you're going to see probably all the way up to level 10 in like an instant. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, for as slow as the beginning was, as soon as these players hit level 6, they're all just going to be going crazy with Hurt More.
Actually, the more I think about it, I'm surprised someone didn't give a toot-toot on that silver harp at the beginning to see what they could find.
Yeah, that's not a commonly seen strategy, but it can definitely pay off.
Sorry, just trying to do a recap here. We got Angel at level 4, we've got Diabetes at level 7, just like one big enemy from level 8. You got Tilo just hitting level 6. And you got Brian, who's going to be 1 experience point away from level 3. So I mean, it's just a matter of the guys on the right are going to be hurt-mooring everything, and the guys on the left are going to be trying to go through that scorpion grind to get hurt more, and then they'll be doing the same.
Yeah, and also in the meantime, you know, once you've got hurt more, there's no limit to where you should be able to go in order to grind. So we're going to see a lot more exploration. Hopefully, find some fun caves and towns. Breckenary does not count as a fun town.
No, pretty much. So yeah, it's the next thing is going to be to see, like, okay, does this wealth of hurt-moreable enemies that we're seeing, does that expand to the whole universe? If so, I mean, things should be pretty steady. Otherwise, it may be really important to see who finds keys first.
Yeah, that's a big indicator in the mid tier here. And everybody in chat, if you've got your bingo cards out, you can mark down Goldman killed. We got Tilo hurt-mooring a Goldman and getting about twice their gold stash.
You know, I don't mind that strat. Like, in absence of finding keys, I mean, you could use a bit of defense right now. So, I mean, that practically would buy you a chainmail. So that's 10 defense right there.
Yeah, and once you've got hurt more, you're absolutely looking to bulk up on armor, because you don't care about fighting the lower tier enemies so much anymore.
Alrighty, so wow. Tilo fails a hurt more on an armored knight and immediately gets hurt more in reply.
Was it hurt more? I will show you how.
And if that wasn't insulting enough, stop spell did not work either.
Gross.
Curse of the Red Slime. So just taking a peek at the level 8 stats here. We got 61 strength, 39 agility, 85 HP, 37 MP. So really an interesting imbalance there.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen that a lot with a lot more strength than agility early on with this flag set, which provides an interesting balance here.
Like, the thing that's kind of would go into my decision making is I'd be like, okay, I only have like 30, I only have 7 Hurtmores, right? So it's like I would be kind of be more inclined to just kind of, I don't know, wave a staff in some enemies' faces and get some levels to try and get more magic.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to be a little pick and choosy on what you're Hurtmoring. If you come across, say, I don't know, a Drakima or something that only gives 20 experience, is it even worth your time to use the Hurtmore MP on it?
Pretty much, and I mean, if I could find zones that are convenient like they are, I mean, you're gonna use your Hurtmores one way or the other. You're not gonna like try and ration them, unless it's like something like a pleb, like a Drakima, like you're saying, which is now a pleb official.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I'm just trying to like figure out what the time differences are here. So, I mean, it's probably a good 5 minutes that the right runners have on the left runners, which is not insurmountable by any means. But it's definitely noteworthy at this point.
Yeah, Angel's not terribly far off from Hurtmore. Remember, Hurtmore at level 6. That's the key level we're looking for. Just a matter of time before they get there. They've got their game plan going. And really, the folks on the right have not explored a great deal, or at least haven't found anything notable. So it's not as if, you know, this whole time they've conquered Mountain Cave or gotten the Staff of Rain or anything like that. So it's really just a little bit of extra experience gain, but still a lot of deaths for everybody. So it's really not an insurmountable lead by any means.
Yeah, and just again noting that low agility in proportion to strength, if that continues, the end game could be fun, to say the least. Fun for the people not running the game.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, so Angel just hits level 6. Brian's gonna kill this Metal Scorpion to get a lot closer to level 6. And then everybody's gonna have Hurtmore, and then the race is on. So we have a second Goldman kill. Again, I don't think 2 Goldman kills was on the bingo card, but if it was, you can mark it down.
Alright, we've got Tilo in the newly opened Fairy Water shop in Breckenary, buying a couple vials. So, obviously the only use there is to throw it at enemies. So potentially for future use on the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. And another Goldman kill. The economy of Alefgard is just getting wrecked right now.
Yeah, there's still a large shield at Breckenary. There's a flame sword for later use if we want. So it's not entirely useless. Well, there's one of the fairy water uses for Tilo, putting the extra salt on the Hurtmore cast to kill a Star Wyvern.
That could just be an MP management thing then, I guess, because it's like using Hurt more than Hurt or something like that.
Right. Yeah, and the attack power, I mean, the attack power might still be enough to do it, but Star Wyverns do have a fairly high dodge, so... yeah, I mean, this is working out. 2 Fairy Water kills. There's another bingo card item for you.
We just need some torch swag on the Dragon Lord.
Unfortunately, nobody gets start with black belts or find 2 ribbons.
Oh, Final Fantasy. That is also a game.
It certainly is.
Alrighty, I'm trying to get a feel for this map now that everybody is going in directions. Brian looks to be heading towards the super sweet Hurtmore zone. He doesn't know it, but that's kind of the vicinity he's in. Angel went more northwest. And everybody is kind of close to start-ish.
Yeah, well, we had Tilo Tilo in Mountain Cave. Unfortunately, the Armored Knight had something to say about that, and now we've got Angel in Mountain Cave as well.
Alrighty. So, Droll Magi, being a jerk, because Brian didn't have enough MP to Hurtmore it. And as soon as it casts some spells, as soon as you stop spell it, no, I didn't have any spells, I was just joking. It's like, rips off its mask, aha, it was I, Red Dragon, all along.
Alright, Angel very nearly dying to an Armored Knight ambush, but manages to get through it via careful spell usage.
Oh man, this is just crazy leveling. Like seems like the Hurtmoreable enemies are just all over the place. We've got Diabetes at level 10? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of the really ideal enemies. We've seen Magiwyvern, we've seen Green Dragon. I think the only one we haven't seen is Axe Knight.
Right. So, I mean, Angel's probably... He ran from a wyvern. I guess he has no magic, but...
Yeah,
probably desperately looking for a key.
Finally, somebody able to take the chests out of Mountain Cave, or at least some of them.
Oh man, I'm just looking at this. I see so many stop spell usages that seem so unusual. I mean, so many enemies with sleep or other very annoying things.
Is it unusual or is it professional? Like, that's a really smart use. Oh, and the final chest in Mountain Cave is a magic key. So it's time for Angel to Death Warp, retain enough gold to get infinite keys. They always tuck away the best item in the last chest in Mountain Cave, don't they?
Right. And a bonus gold man just because, why not? Oh man, this is exciting. We got a race. We got a real race going on here.
Yeah, everybody hit level 6 and got their Hurtmore. So, it's all going on right now.
It's like, what would you do in a race like this if you felt like you were behind? What would you try and do to, like, try and be different? 'Cause you know if you're going to do the same thing as everything else, you're not going to catch up.
Well, personally, I've relied on Tristluck to get me this far. And honestly, I just hope that it seems like the overworld path is kind of linear as well. There's only one real way to get out of Tanagal, and there's not a whole lot on the way out besides Breckenary either. So you just sort of have to hope eventually there's a branching path, and your branching path gets you the stuff you need.
Right, I just can't help but think to a race that I had earlier. I'm just going to try and keep an eye out to see what they're getting in this treasury first. I ended up falling what I thought was behind a lot because it took me forever to kill an enemy. And then I ended up just staying in one spot and grinding, and that's how I ended up making up time. So it makes me wonder if any of the other runners would employ a similar strategy if they felt they were behind.
Yeah, notably, nothing in Treasury, no gold chest with which to gold grind yet. We'll have to see what's in Tentacle Basement. Maybe we get lucky and get Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave.
Right, I mean, you've got Garen's Grave, so that's
okay.
Probably as good as you could hope for.
Yeah, there's definitely potential there.
I mean, or he could encounter 40 goldmen before he gets to the chest, and it would accomplish the same thing.
Now, here's an interesting issue. So we do have a gold chest down here. We haven't seen Silver Shield. The best items we've seen are Flame Sword and Large Shield. There's also no outside spell. So what's your take on this? How much gold do you try and grind out of this?
If you put me on the spot, I'd say 25k. That way, if you die, you can still get the Flame Sword and the Large Shield.
Yeah, here's the other trick, too, is Angel's explored Mountain Cave. So the only other opportunity for a gold grind would be if you went ahead and did this on purpose again sometime.
Well, yeah, the nice thing is, I mean, you could easily just die, open the chest in the treasury, and then hop down to the grave. So it's not, like, super hard to manufacture.
Right.
But also, like, you could say, let's say the Swamp Caves in Garinham, you could die there as well, so... But yeah, I see your point. I mean, we'll see how much Angel goes up to. It's going to be very interesting. So it looks like, I think it's roughly like that 25k?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, in theory, you could go all the way up to maximum gold, and then when you die, you still have enough gold to get every best item in a shop.
Yeah, good point. I mean, I'm trying to think. You'd be having to open like about 100 chests. So it's about a little less than 2 seconds per, so you're talking about 3 minutes. An extra minute and a half just to do that. You have to gauge whether that's worth it or not.
Yeah, that's certainly not insignificant.
Yeah, like, I mean, reasonable people can make arguments either way. It's just a very interesting thing to think about.
Right, and then Tilo now being posed the same question.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see if Angel FM can hold on to that gold and maybe consolidate it into a silver shield somewhere. That would make up a lot of time, make all of it worthwhile. Like, who knows? There might not even be a silver shield in this game, and that could just end up being a time waster. But you never know in Randomizer. That's what makes these like competing ideas so interesting to follow.
So notably, Tilo declines the option to do any excessive gold grinding, walking around with only 2,000. I guess maybe figuring, look, all I've seen is a large shield. I don't care about the flame sword because I have hurt more.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I mean, it's pretty easy to get it, so it's definitely an interesting decision to pass it up. I mean, if he ends up dying in here and changes his mind, he can always just hop back in again.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, good grief. Green dragons have Dragon Lord Breath too. Like, what seed is this?
Fortunately, at level 10, we're already up to 103 max HP, and that's not even on a HP build. As you can see, Diabetes at the same level has 9 more max HP.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if... So one's on Strength Agility then? Yeah. So it makes you wonder if the agility stays low, if that's gonna end up being a factor in the endgame.
Yeah, it might make Charlock a bit easier for Tilo in the end if they're defense breaking werewolves and wizards or something, and they have Wombo combo or something.
Yeah, because like usually at the end of the game, you're gonna have maybe like 8 or more agility than a strength HP build, and so that translates to about 4 or 5 defense. That could make the difference between defense breaking a group of enemies or not. And in permanent repel, that makes the difference between if they're in there, you're just gonna skip past them. You could save a lot of time that way.
Exactly. Okay, I think we are finally back. Sorry about that, everyone.
We just get to see the fun ads again. Always a good enjoyment.
Alright, so Diabetes at level 11 is also exploring Garen's grave. We do have Tilo Tilo having returned to the top floor of Grave and is now doing the gold grind as well.
Yeah, this is... The gap is closing. I mean, you see Brian Williams with 1,300 experience, not too far behind Tilo Tilo. Like, just to put things in perspective, at the end of the game, you're usually getting like 400, 500 experience a minute if you're doing like a dedicated grind. So you see that difference, and you're like, oh, 2,300 to 1,300. That's about 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes of grinding. So, I mean, it's just a matter of consolidating those gains and making sure you find everything in a nice, efficient manner.
Yeah, and I mean, we had Tilo Tilo gain hurt more first. Brian Williams approaching in experience, just about 300 behind. Has passed Angel FM, who's still at level 8 as well.
Yeah, and that's the factor of spending those couple minutes doing that gold grind and then dealing with it. But of course, you get this huge benefit of having all this extra equipment, which makes life easier. Like, maybe fighting a stone man. I would have thought about it.
Yeah, they can be kind of annoying. They take a lot of resources.
True, I'd probably just bomb or hurt more, and if it hits, then I'd keep going. If it didn't, I'd run.
Never trust the sleep spell myself, so I'd probably just try to run to begin with.
Yeah, one in 3 to wake up is really 80%.
Yeah.
To all the true runners of the game.
Everybody knows the true RNG. It's 50-50. Either they wake up or they don't.
Yes. Just like Hurt Mooring and Axe Knight.
Alright, so we've got Tilo Tilo spending some of their gold on a flame sword. Still has plenty left for a silver shield, so he finds some. Abitus also bringing way too much gold to the Brecconary shop for flame sword and leather armor.
It's kind of like those people that go to the club and they kind of make it rain. It's just like, oh, I got more than you have. Look at me.
I mean, just spent years worth of in-trips on that flame sword. Darn the 1%.
Alrighty, so Angel has actually stumbled into Hawksness with the Blue Dragon, which is very beatable, especially with Stop Spell. So I expect him to smack this guy down and reap the rewards.
Have plenty of MP for heal mores, just hoping to get those free turns. Very smart play again with the Stop Spell, and we're gonna get to see if there's anything in the search bot.
I mean, even if it was something like the Death Necklace, that would be useful.
Yeah, with this much HP, that's likely to come into play. Looks like we've got the token.
I mean, again, that's... doesn't help you now, but it helps you later.
Yeah, it also helps to know that Blue Dragon's on the tile and has sleep, so may not be the optimal choice for grinding.
I mean, running away from Red Dragons with 43 is the optimal decision, correct?
When it works, yes.
50-50. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep my eyes peeled here to see if Angel did buy weapons, because he did have considerably less money than he did. So it could have been a death, or it could have been buying something, or a combination of both.
Yeah, certainly one of those. It's probably not a case of going to Brecconary and constantly buying and selling the Dragon Scale.
True. I have no witty remark for that. That's just great.
Alright, well, we are going to get to see Diabetes find Rimuldar here, and hopefully they will clue us in as to what's on sale.
And this is just fascinating. You're seeing what a really strong runner like Angel FM can do with resources. He's just clawing his way back. He's passed Brian and is getting pretty darn close to passing Tillo with the gear advantage as well. Yeah, there's a silver shield there. So possibly he has it?
Yeah, it's Silver Shield, maybe Copper Sword.
Well, definitely not Copper Sword, because he would have bought a Flame Sword in Brecconary. But...
Oh, right.
I'm just trying to put together what is everybody doing, because so much is happening really quickly.
Well, Angel FM's dying.
Right, to another Dragon Lord Breath enemy.
Got Diabetes and Hawksness, and use a stop spell right away, so hopefully we'll be able to dig out the token.
These runners are so much smarter than me, I guarantee you. I would have just forgotten that the Blue Dragon had that. So kudos to them, I respect that greatly.
Yeah, definitely takes some skill. Nobody is here in the playoffs by accident.
Right, I've been kind of going by the CD improv strategy of, ooh, look, a butterfly.
And it works, it works.
I mean, if I've learned anything from RPG games, shiny objects are usually worth following.
Alright, so we do have Diabetes actually going back for seconds on the Blue Dragon, figuring the stop spell strat is going to pay off. I'm not sure what their sleep percentage is. It seems pretty high here.
And I
Three
mean,
in a row now.
Could just be this one, as this would get him level 12. So there is a town right nearby, so should be
Yeah,
interesting.
maybe stick around here until the MP runs low, and then go heal up and continue exploration. Just get level 12, like you said.
Nice emote, Lorgon. That's class. Alrighty. So I'm just trying to assess the situation here. Looks like they get a pretty sizable agility boost in the next couple levels. So between level 10 and 12 they gain 19 or more agility, which is always nice.
And check out that strength and HP right there. This is level 12, and those are Dragon Lord strength and HP stats.
Yeah, the only thing is the MP situation is inhibiting them, but that may not matter soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, it may be a case where we're still trying to find all the plot items, and by the time we've got the Rainbow Drop, we're just immediately ready to handle Dragon Lord.
Right, so that could potentially wipe out these leads if they can't find everything efficiently. Like, I don't think I've seen the Staff of Rain Cave, I don't think I've seen the Rainbow Drop Cave, haven't seen the Stones of Sunlight.
Yeah, there's so much still left on this overworld to discover. I mean, have we even seen Swamp Cave? I mean, there may be a whole second continent with all these goodies.
Right. So I'd be of the mindset just bulk up on defense to repel as much as you can, and then just fly. But I mean, the runners at level 12 don't really know that yet, but they've got to be feeling slightly nervous, seeing 81 strength and knowing how far they have to explore.
I mean, with 81 strength and hurt more and heal more, you're really not afraid of too much. Even Dragon Lord Fire Breath only takes off about half your life without Erdrick's armor here. So, you know, just try and beat as many enemies as you can and try and explore as quickly as you can and balance the two.
Oh man, we got a huge find here for Diabetes of Garenham. So 3 chests plus a cave.
Right, we've also got Angel FM on the bottom floor of Garen's grave, but a red dragon has come out to play.
I think he crit it for 78, so that seems like something useful.
That's a pro move right there. That's a Game Boy-esque move.
Alright, we got Stones of Sunlight in the back of Garenham, so 1 item down. You got the Fairy Flute. Less important, but still possibly practical, especially since they have Dragon Lord Breath.
Also good information, you know, if Fairy Flute is in your inventory, you know it's not on the overworld search spot, things like that.
And apparently the armor is in the bottom of the grave?
Wow, what a find, because we've had multiple players go into the grave, dig out the top 3 chests. It'll be interesting to see if people make the percentage play and just try and dive Charlock for the armor, and have to back out and go to Garen's grave to find it eventually. This might cost them some time and allow Angel to catch up even more.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, things change a bit ever since they've allowed Repel in caves, so it doesn't take super long to get to the bottom, but again, if you feel like you're strong enough, it's like, oh crap, go, 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 go. So it's going to be interesting.
Alright, so we've got Brian Williams on almost no resources, out of MP, 14 HP. Finds Charlock. The Rainbow Drop Cave is directly next door. That is the prime real estate. And here's Garenham.
Alrighty. So, Diabetes has Staff of Rain. So, I think he has all the items to make the Rainbow Drop now, because he got the token from Hawksness. So, not much left. Not much left.
Yeah, just a matter of finding that Garenham, Jerk Cave, Charlock trio.
Would you mind taking over? But I just have to go to the washroom real quick.
Has no problem at all. So we've got Tilo just handling the blue dragon. And Brian Williams goes to the back of Garenham, finds South Swamp. So whenever we find Cantlin and find coordinates, there is a princess available. Angel heads in, gets the flame sword. And we've got Diabetes hitting level 13. Although, not much to be found at level 13. So everybody roughly doing okay, the same experience-wise. Angel and Brian exchanging positions quite a bit, around 2,300 each. With every kill, they're kind of going past each other. And then level 13 and 12 on the right side for Diabetes and Tilo. So everybody's got, you know, kind of the same stuff going on, except Angel's got Erdrick's armor, and Diabetes has all the ingredients for the Rainbow Drop. And if I'm not mistaken, Diabetes should know where to combine those ingredients as well. Here we have Blue Dragon 75% sleep, so that is the spike tile in Hawksness. And it seems like everybody's sort of figured out the trick. We got a very early stop spell. So 180 experience for every one of those kills. That could be the grind spot of choice, if we even need a grind spot. Like we said, looking at these level 13 stats even, or level 12, the stats are already approaching Dragon Lord level stats. So once we find Erdrick's sword and Erdrick's armor, as soon as we get that MP up, that's the one stat that's really holding everybody back. 56 max MP at level 12. Not a whole lot. It's enough for exploration and some Hurtmore kills. Alright, we've got Angel finding the Stones of Sunlight Cave, but we've pretty much seen everything. The only possible really good item that could have been in there would be Erdrick's sword. I don't know if anybody's got Death Necklace either.
Right, have we seen the Tablet Cave yet?
That's an excellent question. I don't recall having seen it, but I'm sure chat will correct me if I'm wrong.
Basically, like, there are two chests, or two, like, caves outstanding, right? Like, they've opened the chests in Garinham, Rimeldar, Stones of Sunlight Cave, Mountain Cave, and Grave. So it's just there's one overworld chest and one search spot. I guess Cole. Right, Cole has the sword. Oh, man. Who knows, maybe that's not even necessary to win the game, but that's just another thing.
Yeah, that's true. Our strength stat is pretty crazy, and we're definitely going to need a few more levels on top of where we're at right here. So, yeah, this could be a broadsword kill for all we know, but flame sword's pretty easy to get. Everybody's at least at that level anyway, so...
So what I was trying to reason through with all of this is, okay, if they've looked through all the chests and Diabetes is like, okay, I just need to get the armor. Will he go to Sharlock, or will he dive the grave? I'm not sure if he's only missed one or two chests down there. If it's two, maybe he makes a different decision. So, interesting decisions are very imminent.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to get a lot of key decisions to be made. And now we've got Angel FM on the spike tile in Swamp Cave, going after Armored Knights, who have Hurtmore, and of course, with the Erdrick's armor, he is resisting Hurtmore a bit, although it doesn't tickle, it's 30 damage. That's still something.
Right, so I don't think anyone's gotten to a new level anytime soon. Oh, looks like we're at 96 strength now. So I'm just trying to do some quick math here, and it looks like they'd need about 12 or 13 attacks to win at this point. So with 7 heal mores, that's nope.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to do it.
But I mean, also approaching Death Necklace territory. So, huh?
Yeah, I think it's fairly likely we end up seeing that. Although the agility is still pretty low as well. So that could be something to watch out for. You don't want Dragon Lord doing 50 damage to you.
Right. And I mean, the possibility of the Death Necklace could be just one more reason to dive the bottom of the grave. Fighter's Ring as well. So a lot of items potentially outstanding. That could be useful.
Alright, we finally got a Cantlin sighting on Tilo Tilo's screen, as Brian Williams picks up Staff of Rain. So we may be able to see if there is indeed an overworld item.
I'm also intrigued by the potential of these different builds. Like possibly getting more MP.
Yeah, that could, if that's going to be the limiting factor, that could work out quite well for some people. Okay.
Sorry about that. It seems like as soon as I commentate, everybody everywhere wants to get a hold of me.
It's alright. We've got 13 north, 93 west. So, those are certainly some coordinates. I don't know if those will be walkable or what. So, keep in mind, Tilo does not have Erdrick's armor yet. So if Angel finds those coordinates, I don't know that he'll bother even looking for it.
So I'm really intrigued by this because There are 4 possible ways you could try and find this overworld item. I want to see if chat can guess the different ways to find this item. Different strategies.
Alright, well I'm gonna give the gimmies for chat. Number 1, rescue Gwaylin, have her use her GPS and tell you where it is. Number 2, walk it out. Number 3, check every random Sparkover bridge.
Oh, I forgot about that one. So 5 answers. 5
Right, there's
answers.
one on Tilo's screen right now. That could be it.
Oh, man. So I want to talk about a couple methods that maybe don't get showcased very often because you don't really get a chance to do it. You can do something called reverse counting. And basically, when you've got this west coordinate that's super far away from home, basically you'd figure out, okay, how far am I from the east? Is the starting castle from the east coast of the map? And knowing that the world map is 120 by 120, you can kind of figure out how far from the west coast it would be. So that's one interesting way, and then you could kind of just search all the tiles in that sort of column. The other way is just to count a single coordinate. So, like, I'd walk around and I'd just count how far north am I going, and then I just keep going as far west as I could. And once I get to the 13 north and far west enough, I just start searching a patch. And quite often you can find really far away coordinates in a reasonable amount of time.
That sounds like too much work. I would just check the Sparkover bridges.
Yeah, I mean, 50% chance.
Exactly. Those are pretty good odds.
The odds are 1.
50% of the time, it works every time.
I can't remember. Did we ever have... I think we've had a find that was like 1 tile away from a Sparkover bridge. I'm not sure if we've had like the dream yet.
Yeah, I personally have not had the actual Sparkover bridge spot. I think the best I've ever done was like 1 south, 2 west.
Right. And even that, like, I think someone has gotten 0-0 with all the races of this game that have happened now. There's even been, in a tournament match a year or 2 ago, there was the coordinates were on top of a town, so you had to actually enter the town, exit, and then search on the town. That's the only time I've seen that. I think Game Boy was participating in that. He'll have to correct me. I'm just interested as Diabetes is just about to get level 14. He's 4 experience short now. So is that going to change anything?
I'm not sure if he's approaching Rainbow Drop Cave. Still no Erdrick's armor though, so I'm guessing they're trying to just wait until Charlock, because that's sort of the odds-on favorite there. I mean, that's tough though.
Yeah, it looks like Tilo is counting. He's kind of walking somewhat slow, but maybe not. I don't know. Trying to activate telepathy powers currently.
Oh, we do finally have Cole.
Right,
Yeah.
Cole is what had Erdrick's sword. So that's gonna be a key game.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, not the Erdrick's item he was looking for, I imagine, but... Yeah, just some interesting developments. Everybody's level 13 currently.
Wow, that's actually kind of incredible.
Yeah, with the start we had, everybody has caught up to become the same level. Diabetes, of course, very close to the next level, and about to go get the Rainbow Drop should he survive the trek.
Right. So, I mean, honestly, I'd put Angel in the lead at this point. Like, having the armor is such a big deal. I mean, he's only 1,000 experience behind. That's just 2 or 3 minutes of grinding. Well, everybody has to run around and do all the things.
Yeah, I mean, this experience lead not huge. Getting the rainbow drop first definitely not bad, but oh, not even first. Looks like Angel already has the rainbow drop as well. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Angel's in grind and go. Although with Flame Sword, but that may not make a difference. So, assuming that is the updated information. So, like, I mean, it's not like they're strong enough to win yet. They still have this MP limitation. So, I'm just super intrigued by all of this.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It might take level 18 before the MP is to the point where we can take on the Dragon Lord. We've got Brian Williams in Garen's Grave currently as well. Has just opened the second to last chest. Comes across a red dragon, but at level 13 should not be too much of a problem, hopefully.
Oh man, going for the YOLO, hope he doesn't dodge me hit with 11 HP.
Yeah, I have been treated badly by that decision before, so I was holding my breath there a bit. All
There
right.
was like a brief pause too, I swear I thought he had dodged. I was like, no! So yeah, I mean, if Brian can get this armor, which it looks like he will, hold my breath as he finds another red dragon.
Careful with that commentator's curse. Point it in the other direction, please.
And I know for a fact he will blame me if he does not get it.
And with every right.
Oh, doesn't go for it this time. He's like, I'm too close to this last chest.
It could have been one of those moments where in that previous fight when he went for it, as soon as you hit the attack, you're like, oh my god, why did I do that? Oh, thank goodness it didn't dodge. And then learned lesson for the second time. So there it is, Erdrick's armor for Brian Williams.
And casting return to the exact same location. Great spell usage.
Now,
He's a killer.
unfortunate, but it's probably just a misclick. Too excited to find the armor in the awkward location.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, we're 58 minutes into the race, it's like, crap, I'm glad I got it, but man, I hope someone didn't get this before me.
Alright, now Diabetes has coordinates. Be interesting to see if they predict the Erdrick's armor is at the coordinates and goes for that.
But I mean, the coordinates could have the Death Necklace, that could play a huge factor. There's so many wheels or factors at play here.
Alright, we've got Angel at level 14. 21 hit points. Certainly, if the Death Necklace is found, that will get some use.
Right, so what's that? It said 131 attack power? For Angel with the Flame Sword?
I didn't get a good look at it.
Right, so...
I almost thought it was 147. No, that's the HP, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 129, right. So if he got found the Fighter's Ring and the Death Necklace, he'd be hitting 10 to 20 on Mr. Dragonlord, which is 11 attacks, roughly, to win. You can get lucky. But, that's still not enough with only 8 heal mores. So
look at Tilo's side. So this is with Erdrick's sword. 141 attack power, and that's not even with the Death Necklace.
Right, so that gives you the ability with keeping that HP to get doubles. So all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, I'd say Tilo is a favorite. Just needs to get everything.
Yeah. Just hit level 14, so it's going to be a little ways to level 15. And we'll see. Alright, we've got Angel doing a dive.
Okay, so I was going to say Brian is the only other person with the Erdrick's armor, but he has the flame sword too, so he's in the same boat. So I was going to say, if he had the sword, I'd almost say he's in the lead. But I guess he still has some plot collecting to do, although he's going to get the token pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, once he picks up the token here, he's also going to get level 14 with the Blue Dragon kill. It'll be interesting to see what the decision leads him to.
Well, I mean, his first decision would probably be just like get everything turned in. But after that, maybe he'll stumble into coal just by accident.
I mean, here's the thing. I think everybody at this point knows Rainbow Drop is right next to Charlock, so you don't even really have to get it until you're ready to go. So, yeah, there's lots of decisions still.
Right, and like breaking updates, these are happening fast and furious. Angel, I saw he encountered some red dragons on the top floor. Then on the second floor, encountered a armored knight who he failed to run from twice, then decided to hurt more, then missed the hurt more, and is now resorted to fighting. So his strategy may have just flipped on its head immediately.
Yeah, so I mean, with all that MP usage, this is turning into reconnaissance, figuring out what enemies are in Charlock, using that information to decide what level to go at, and hopefully making it to the treasury in order to attempt to find Erdrick's sword.
Right, so I mean, he's probably still going with the thing, hey, if I get the sword, I might still be okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just all so interesting. Everybody is the exact same level again, level 14. Nobody has everything yet.
I genuinely think anyone could win this race.
Look what we have here. We do have Diabetes heading down to the lower floors of Garen's grave.
Oh man, this is so exciting. This is insane.
All right, so
remember, the top two go through to the next round, so you don't have to win.
Diabetes is the first person to gain both Erdrick's items, sword and armor, has the rainbow drop as well. So, I mean, do you go for level 15 here, or do you just go?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, right now it's... you're definitely a favorite if you make it down there. I mean, if their enemies are going to be nice and present themselves, you can just absolutely tomahawk them down, so... Oh, like, you've seen how many fire breath enemies there are. Like, you know Charlock's going to be nasty.
Yeah, from what we've seen with Angel's dive, it's not too kind. Angel, I think, hoping... Well, not only for the sword to be in Treasury, but that level 15 will also provide some MP, because we're certainly going to cast outside and heal back before we attempt to kill Dragon Lord.
Right, and the other factor at play, Brian and Tilotillo both rocking large shields. That could come into play, although less so. It's just all these different factors and moving pieces makes this super exciting.
Alright, so we've got Angel going to Treasury. Everybody in chat's got to get their pyramid in right now for Fighter's Ring or Death Necklace.
Question mark?
I'll say... I'm gonna go with 50 for Fighter's Ring. No Death Necklace here.
Alright. Can they both be on the judges' table? Actually, one of them's probably on the world map, right? The Death Necklace.
Yeah, that's like...
Coordinates have to be something.
Not so close. We got a 100 for Fighter's Ring.
But at least you get a refunded key, so it's not all bad.
And I didn't notice Angel equip the Fighter's Ring.
Probably just too disappointed. Like, I mean, panic mode has to set in now, right? If you're in that position. I mean, at least I would be very concerned. It's like, what do I do? Do I just grind? What do I do?
Yeah, absolutely. Angel was expecting the sword to be here. 129 attack power is normally still okay, but with only 67 MP, that's certainly not enough. So now we have to change plans and hope that level 15's enough. Angel's only 400 experience away, which isn't too bad. Going for the judges table.
Right, and meanwhile you've got Brian, who is just grinding at level 14. So he's gonna get to level 15 at roughly the same time with the flame sword. You got Tila returning the princess. Gonna check out the coordinates. Maybe it's the death necklace. Maybe that comes into play. Still, I'd say, like, right now it's Diabetes' chance. Like, he's pretty clean to go.
Yep, Tilo picked up the rainbow drop, is about to drop off the princess. Brian trying to crawl over the finish line to level 15 after running out of MP. He's 28 experience away. Diabetes has got sword, armor, and shield fully decked out. Just trying to get to 15. Man, this is a close race.
This is absolutely insane. At 7469, 7472, 7000, and how much experience does Diabetes have? Like, they're all within 600 experience, but they're all kind of different in their equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it's anybody's race at this point. Welcome to the playoffs, everyone.
Right, you've got Flame Sword and Silver Shield. You've got Flame Sword and Large Shield. You've got Erdrick's Sword and Silver Shield, and Erdrick's Sword and Large Shield. It's like...
Oh, wow. So we've got Tilo diving Garen's grave.
I mean, he opened the chest in the treasury, so it could just be trying to get a Silver Shield with the low agility.
Okay, yeah.
But will he go to the bottom?
Hey, Brian Williams reaches level 15. Let's see what we got. 5215. So we do get one more Heal More cast.
Oh man, it's still... It's so ugly.
Bottom level of Garen's grave has Erdrick's armor, which Tilo is sorely lacking. As a gold grind, definitely going for Silver Shield here. Maybe magic armor, if we can find that as well. I think Tilo's still rocking half plate. Oh, just Silver Shield money.
Oh boy, that hurts. I know in the past I've forgotten that I've missed chests there, so that there's conscious options and there's unconscious options.
Well,
unconscious options.
Honestly, he's just playing the odds here, right? With the treasury's 6 chests and presumably only 8 chests to go, he's really just playing the odds that armor's in the treasury anyway, right? So it might not be a forgetting that he hasn't gotten that chest. It's just, it's gonna take too long to get it, so I'm just gonna play the odds and get the treasury.
So yeah, my current evaluation of this is whoever's furthest into Sharlock is in the lead. So right now, Angel is in the lead.
Well, keep in mind, Diabetes just hit 15 and is walking out of Swamp. And remember, South Swamp was in the back of Garenham, which was right by Charlock as well.
Yeah, I mean, you've got these other factors that he's going to have a quicker Dragon Lord fight as well. But still, like, it's... If whoever gets there, if they have the shot, right?
Yeah, and, you know, just want to remind everybody, too, this is the playoffs, the 4-person race. 2 people advance to the top 8 here. So, this is still anybody's game.
Brian's in Sharlock now.
Man, this is so close!
Yeah, these red dragons are making their presence felt. I mean, you're right now with the 73 agility, you're about 40% to run. And you're not guaranteed to run from anything, as Brian has failed to run from 3 consecutive wizards. And that's actually something, if he had the Silver Shield, he wouldn't even be seeing wizards.
Exactly.
It's like, that's just that extra factor that having the Silver Shield has.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Having more armor is gonna make Charlock that much easier. We've got Tilo still going for the overworld item.
And we've got Diabetes deciding to fight Red Dragons. Which I can't blame.
Alright, Tilo does find the Death Necklace. So, I mean, that's another different factor between the 4 racers. I believe he's the only... Oh, it looks like Diabetes has it. Thanks, Tracker. But, yeah, I mean, man, this is crazy. Angel is getting ever closer to Dragon Lord. But can they actually overcome?
I mean, we haven't seen what the mini-boss is yet. Oh boy! Oh boy! We got some sleepy blue dragons here. I mean, if there's a blue dragon here, do you just try and attack it? Like, you're basically on the magic heal more number.
Yeah, that's really tough. I mean, look, we've got the Stone Man boss with...
Oh, man! Looks like we're all good. It only used it once. Oh, man!
Yeah, I saw one of those attacks do 56 damage.
Like, this is probably coming down to back attack or not? Like, that'll make a huge difference.
Again, Angel FM, no Death Necklace. I don't believe he ever equipped the Fighter's Ring either. Death Necklace was on the overworld location. We've got Diabetes on the final floor. We've got Brian Williams checking the treasury.
Yep, putting on the Fighter's Ring.
Important.
Oh man, the herb venture is not working out for Angel. So, gets through with 81 HP. Is he gonna get the first attack? The answer is yes.
9 to start with, though.
Right, range is 8 to 17 for him, so that's pretty much a low roll. 16 balances it out, alright, on average. It all comes down to, can he manufacture the doubles with... Got a good chance.
Oof, I'm holding my breath.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
Hopefully everybody in chat's counting it out. We're not quite halfway there. Diabetes does have the Death Necklace and uses it in battle at DL1.
I mean, what's equally as exciting here is the battle between second, right?
Yeah, we've got Brian Williams fighting the mini-boss currently.
Oh man! Do you take a swing? No! Double heal more! Double heal more!
Wow, sometimes Healmore betrays you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, a max heal more roll! That is huge! That could be the clincher.
Alright, 3 people currently fighting Dragon Lord. Angel down to their last swing.
Oh! There we go! There we go!
Barely clutches it out.
So yeah, battle for second.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to Angel, but there's only 2 people advancing here. We got 2 people fighting DL2 currently.
Did one of them rescue the princess?
Ooh, that could be a factor.
Oh man, there goes Diabetes. I think with that's got to be it. So did we get a final count on Angel FM's damage?
I was too busy watching all the other DL fights to get a good look at it. And there you go. GG
Okay.
Diabetes the Seconds. Second place. Good enough for top 8.
Well, yeah, get your GGs out. This has been an incredible race.
Now, it's got to be devastating for Brian Williams. Started the Dragon Lord fight. Nobody had finished yet. Had to figure, I'm in great shape. No problem. I'm looking forward to top 8. And then 2 people finished within 30 seconds.
Right? I mean, you got to give huge props to Bry for this. I mean, he was 5 minutes behind at the beginning and is going to finish within 2 minutes. Like, that's just incredible play.
I mean, this whole race
honestly,
was incredible. At every point, different people were ahead. I mean, it was just completely crazy the whole way.
Oh man, so the final times, Angel FM was 1:16.19, Diabetes is 1:16.45, and you've got Brian Williams at 1:18.05. 3 people within 1 minute and 46 seconds. Man, that was so intense.
I mean, just my heart's still pounding. Alright, looks like we're trying to get some of these folks into the voice channel currently. What a race.
Oh man.
Alright, we are joined by Angel FM and Brian Williams 42. Welcome. GG's. Congratulations to Angel. I'm gonna have you tell us your thoughts first.
Taking so long to get to level 2 was such a hindrance, especially with Hurtmore being as close as it was.
Yeah, for sure. Both you and Brian had trouble knocking out that red slime that enabled you to kind of use a torch on a Draki if you so chose. I think, like, basically in the last 10 minutes of this race were absolutely insane. I mean, you guys can probably tell the fact that 3 people finished within 2 minutes. I mean, what made the difference was just getting that gold grind done a little bit earlier, and then just finding everything just a little bit before everybody else to get your dedicated grinding in. So, I mean, it could have gone so many different ways. It was just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's seeming like with, less than, a minute apart of each other?
3 people in a minute 46. Yeah, Brian, can I get your thoughts on it? I know you had the same early game struggles, but how'd you find the rest of it?
I have no idea. That start was unbelievable. I ended up seeing a red slime where I was grinding for like 20 minutes. And that they were there the whole time is unbelievable. But the rest of the race was... I was just, gotta go fast. I knew I was behind.
Yeah, so... I mean, the big difference is the both of you won with a flame sword. The other runners had Erdrick's sword, which was in coal. Also, Diabetes would have had the death necklace, which was on the map with some crazy coordinates. The big thing was a couple people could have had the armor earlier, but they died before reaching the bottom of the grave, and pretty much the entire race hinged on when did you get the armor. And I mean, you got it first, Brian got it second, and Diabetes got it shortly after, but had a little bit of a lead to kind of mitigate that. So, like, that's why the 3 of you finished so close to each other. It was just fascinating.
Yeah, and I was kind of, maybe avoiding the grave. Because the first 3 chests were gold, 4th was gold. I was thinking about just going out then because I really needed the levels at that point.
Right, and Angel went through the full Sharlock dive and did not find the sword or the death necklace, for that matter, in any of the chests. What was going through your mind at that point?
Well, I guess we're just going to try and win now, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I guess wasn't until that really annoying Armored Knight, but even after that, did you kind of think, oh, maybe I can level, and if the level's crazy and I get the sword, I can still win? Or was it pretty much just let's check the chest and reload sort of deal?
I don't know. I was taking a real bet on the treasury. I mean, if the treasury didn't have anything, then me not grinding beforehand would have really probably hindered me more, and I probably would have lost that race.
Yeah, I mean, so did you end up counting the damage you did to Dragon Lord? Like, did you cover the full spectrum with that last attack?
No, I know I was at 149. I didn't see what the last roll was, but I don't think I covered the entire thing.
Oh, okay, so that sounds like... I think your last one was like an 11 or something, and I mean, there's a chance you could have survived too with 41, but... yeah, Dragon Lord 2 had only 152 health, so thankfully that was quite nice.
Yeah, it was kind of worrisome too with a couple bad heal mores and either getting at 49 or having to double heal more and negate my double.
Right, I mean, you got a pretty clutch 100 heal more on 3 HP. That must have felt good. Alright, so, Tristal, you got any other questions to ask here?
Well, we're also joined by Diabetes and Tilo Tilo. Welcome. GG's to you both. Diabetes, let's hear your thoughts on the seed as well. Congratulations on second place.
Thank you. And GG, of course, to Angel, to Brian. I think Tilo Tilo just popped in too. It sounds like it was a pretty crazy finish. It sounds like Angel may have had a pretty decent lead, and just a little bit of chest luck, I guess, as to where things were may have bottled things up. For me, it sounds like I may have gotten a little lucky, perhaps, with the early grind. I torched a Drakey and then somehow got a red slime to not fry me to a crisp. But beyond that, I think there were a couple of points where, well, first off, that map was insane. I don't know where I was half the time, because that map, it just kept going and going and going. But I think I took an unfortunate death right outside of Cantland to a green dragon. That probably set me back a good amount. And then I think the death right before the final chest in the grave, 40 minutes before, well, not 40 minutes, but at least 25 or 30 minutes before I ended up getting the armor probably didn't help either.
Right, and so I'm going to try and summarize what happened as quickly as I can. Tila was the first to get to level 2. Diabetes, you were the second. Then there was probably about a 4-minute gap before Angel got level 2, and then Brian got it 30 seconds right after. And I feel like they kind of just started chipping away slowly by little bit by little bit. Angel got a gold grind in that got a flame sword, which helped chip away some time, but I mean, it was pretty much Angel got the armor first. Not early by any stretch of the imagination, but Angel got the armor, so didn't have to engage in any of these other running around activities. And actually, both Angel and Brian won with the flame sword. They never did make it to Cole. So it was just a matter of everybody had different gear, different priorities, and then it was just trying to figure out, okay, whoever is ahead in Sharlock, I guess, is probably going to win. And Angel was able to make it through the craziness, even though the Stone Man decided to heal more. And
yeah. To be clear, I think literally everybody at different points in this race was in the lead. I think this is going to be shown on the Randomania Classic channel for all eternity for how crazy this race was.
Now I want to watch it, because it felt like I was behind the whole time. But hearing I was only a little bit behind on getting the level 2. Now I gotta watch it back. It's gonna be some.
Yeah, it definitely had some world-class commentary. I could say that without any doubt. It was great. It's always interesting to see how things went. I mean, it was so hard to follow what was going on, because usually it's just okay, you have 2 people trying to do this, 2 people trying to do this. It was no, everybody's doing different things. Everybody has different gear, has different things left to do. Some people are going with the flame sword, some people are going without. somebody's searching for the coordinates, other people aren't. Just like, oh my goodness, it was just nuts.
Yeah, actually, for me, even finding the armor was almost a chance. I had looked for at every other spot except for the coordinates. It was the only thing I had left outside of Charlotte. And I decided to go ahead and dive it again, thinking this is the last time I'm going to be here unless I get killed somewhere. I've run a seed already where I banked on it being in the treasury and brute forced my way down there only to find it wasn't. So that decision, I guess, turned out to be, well, obviously the right one, but definitely kept me in this thing. So, that was, I do look forward to looking back at this one. It sounds like it was a really great race start to finish.
I made the exact opposite decision as you, and so as I was getting disappointed in the treasury, everybody else was dot dunning. That was
Yeah, that was a bit of unfortunate luck for you there. Go ahead and tell us your experiences other than the unfortunate happenstance with the Erdrick's armor for you.
Well, I mean, it took me a long time to actually find the other towns, Ernaldar and whatnot. I got the gold grind for the flame sword, decided, you know what, let's grind for the next stuff and see what happens there, because I've had no issues getting to Breckenary and whatnot, and then I turned in the flame sword and then rapidly got sent back to the town over and over and over again, and I'm assuming that's where my lead dissipated, because I felt like I was doing pretty decently early on there. I went back into the grave, or the first time I went to the grave, I got past the fourth chest and then couldn't get away from Green Dragon, and that kind of sealed my fate, because I was not going to go back there. I didn't think it would be worthwhile once we got to that point, and I was just banking my race on the fact that the armor wasn't going to be there. Obviously, I was incorrect, but you take those chances, go with whatever odds you feel are best, and accept that if this is the case, I lose. And that was the case, so I lost.
Right. I mean, just to put things in perspective, even with the bad luck you were saying in the middle game, just getting to Rimmeldar and stuff like that, at the end of the game, everybody was within 400 experience of each other, like just prior to level 15. Like it was between 7,050 to 7,480. It was just nuts, and everybody had different gear. 2 people had the flame sword, 2 people had Erdrick's sword, 2 people had the silver shield, 2 people didn't. And so everybody was in like a unique scenario, and it just turned out whoever got there first had the chance to win, and that's how it was.
Well, GG to all of my other competitors. It sounds like we gave them quite a show, or at least you guys did. So I'm happy that it was a fun watching experience. I appreciate Mr. Holmes and Tristal joining in on the fun to calm and get to scout their opponents for next round. And then just, thank you to everybody for helping out. This will be my last time to be on the mic till the end of the tournament. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the tournament, do all the volunteers, chat, viewers, just appreciate everybody's help, the work the admins do behind the scenes, and the lead team is a huge amount, and I'm just grateful to everybody else who's participated in and helped make this tournament run.
Alrighty, so I mean, I can just say completely objectively, just from watching you, Tila, you definitely did play a very high quality race. It was just the odds that you played just didn't work out for you. Otherwise, it could have been very different. So I mean, I was saying beforehand, this was probably one of the strongest collections of people in the quarterfinals. So I hope you can be proud of everything you did, because you did a great job. Everybody did phenomenal, and I'm hoping you'll be sticking around to see how this all turns out. I mean, does anyone else have any last comments? Because I could keep talking forever, but I mean, I think I've made my point.
I just wanted to, since this is my last go on the commentary here, also say thank you to everybody, GG, Angel, Diabetes, good in the next round going forward. Thanks to everyone organizing the tournament. It's been a ton of fun. I know you put in a lot of work, and I really appreciate being able to participate, both helping and running. So, thanks, everyone.
All right, go beat that golf world record, buddy. I'll be watching.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes, and thanks Crystal for commentary.
Tristel, you have any last thoughts?
Yeah, so as mentioned in chat, we've got one final quarterfinals race coming up at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's in 25 minutes. So that is the last of our quarterfinals races with this same flag set. I want to go ahead and, of course, thank our wonderful tracker and restreamer. We've got Camion Renokai and MathGirl718. Thank you so much to my co-commentator, Mr. Holmes. And everybody, make sure to give all our runners a follow for more great Twitch content. We've got Angel_FM, Diabetes the Second, Brian Williams 42, and Tilo Tilo. Please give them your support.
All right, so on behalf of myself and Tristel MTG and everybody here at Randomania, thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll stick around for the next race that's going on. And I mean, it's only going to get more exciting after that. So thanks again, and I'll hope to see you around.